Let's do the grid map spiral. So for this, we're only doing 2 levels. I erased one of the levels. First code, you're going to go like this. And the second code, you're going to go like this, but you're going to make each of the lines a different color. And my variable is very important. When we get done, we're going to do a code and a picture of our grid, code and the picture of our grid. So coming over here, I've actually got both codes done. And I will build it for you in a second, but here's what level 1 would look like. And then we're going to do some different things for level 2. So I'm just going to move this over here and kind of talk you through it. And then I will actually turn level 1 into level 2. So just looking at this, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to set my velocity and my pen stuff. So I'm setting my drive velocity to be 100, and then I've got my pen down and black. Color is unimportant, so I'm going to do this one red just for giggles. And then we've got to drive on the grid map all the way to the end. And basically we got to do this 3 times, so I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to duplicate it again. Whoa. Get out of here. I'm going to duplicate this again. So I've got all this code. Didn't realize I could get rid of them like that. Okay, so all of this code here is going to get me around the map. And I want to show you this. So when we're going around the map here, this one, I could have set the first thing to do a wait and repeat 3 times. That would have been fine. But because of how I'm doing my pen later, I do not want to do that. So I went all the way pretty much into perimeter run. Now I stop here because if I go to 1800 here, I'll end up here again. I want to stop here, which is 200 less, which is 1600. And then I want to go 1600. And then if I go here, that's 2 less. That's 1400. This would be down to here would be 1400. And then 1200, etc. So every 2 blocks, I'm going to have to change. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a variable. I'm going to set my variable, and I'm going to start at 1600, and we're just going to end up reducing the variable. And there I go. Got my variable set there at 1600. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a loop. Now what's nice about you doing this is I've already shown you how many times it's going to have to loop, which is 8. And then I'm going to bring over some of this stuff here. So I'm going to bring over my drive forward, and I dragged my variable in there. So the first time it's going to drive forward at 1600. And then we're going to turn right 90 degrees. And then once again, I'm going to do a my variable. So after we turn right, we're going to drive and then go 90 degrees. So 1600, 1600. And then on that third turn, I am going to have my code here, and it's going to turn the variable negative 200. So the next time through, it would be 1400 and 1400. And the next time through, it would be 1200, 1200, 800, or 1000, 1000, 800, 800, 4, or 600, 600, 400, 400, 200, 200. So this is all of the code we need. So right here, actually I'm holding it up. So that's it. Pause the video right here if you're desperate. And I'm going to hit play. And here we go. Nothing exciting happening. Definitely a time to fast forward. But what we should see is we'll get all the way through the grid. Now here we go, 1600, gonna turn. Here we go, 1600, gonna turn. Now we're going 1400, turn. 1400, and you can see it in the code, 1400. Now it's gonna go do 1200 up here. Then it's gonna do 1200. Gonna subtract 200. Now we're at 1000. And then we're at 1000. Subtract 200, it's gonna do 800. And it should do this all the way to the end. So this is what you are hoping for. Now when you do this one, use any color but red. If you use red, I'll take points off. That way I know you did it. And I just left the robot there. It has one extra turn, but it doesn't go anywhere. So that is the code perfectly. Now, the level 2, wants us to do it so that it hits every square and each side has a different color. So there's 4 colors, so we can make that happen. But what it means is we don't have to change this part of the code too much. This part we have to change significantly. So this part, we're starting with red. What I'm going to actually do is, I just want to duplicate this. I'm going to have 4 colors ready to go. Okay, so I got to do it so the second side is, we'll say red, green. And then it's got to change again. Please stop. Red, green, blue. And drop this in here. Red, green, blue, black. The order of the colors is not super important. And this should be level 2 now. So that'll get me all around in black. So now this part gets more difficult. So I've got to, do the pen color. Actually, let's do this. I've got to actually duplicate this, and I'll explain why in a second. Or at least I believe I have to duplicate that. Because to keep it repeating and get through all of the pen colors. So which one? So I'm on black. So this one's going to be red. So after the first one goes, this one will be black, and then this one will be red. And then this one will be green. And then this one will be blue, and then the last one will be black. So this one right in here will be blue. And the final one will be black. And this goes right down there at the bottom. Nope. Right there. Okay. Yes. So what's happening here is we're going to draw the first side, red, second side, green, third side, blue, and then our first reduced side is black. And that's here. Second reduced side is red. And then after the second reduced side is, we got to have these two are reduced. So then this is reduced, so this would be like a 1400, this would be blue, and this would be 1400. Or this would be green, and then this one would be blue, and then we'd set it back to black when we go up and reducing again. Let's take it for 1400 and 12, 12, 1000, 1000, 800, 800, etc. 600, 600, 400, 400, 200, 200, and we should be done, I think. So we're only going to rotate through this 4 times because we got twice as much code in here. And let's see if this is correct. And there she goes. So exciting. All right, so far so good. Now, it just says each side has to be a different color. It doesn't specify that it has to be neat and orderly like this. And you could write this with a much longer code, but I think this is, off the top of my head, the quickest way to get through this. So good, we're at red again, or at green again. Hopefully we'll get blue here. And we are, and then black. Now, the only thing that can go wrong from here is it goes through too many repetitions, I think. So we're going to follow it till the end and see if we're looking good. And if we are, I will save this video and you will be able to use it in class to help you get through this lesson. We're getting so close. Makes me nervous. Here we go. And there we go. Now we do have an issue here. Blue, 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 which means I set this one to set print color. That should be set pen color to black. Now if I hit reset, I mean, technically this shouldn't be in here. Whoa. But it shouldn't affect anything, I don't believe. It's in there, so this set print color should be deleted. And once it is, I think we will be okay. So there's the one black. And then I believe after that on the last program, everyone was blue. And we don't want 2 blue lines going through. Hoping this is black. and it does appear to be black. Okay, so as long as this runs through and there's no issues, this is the code you need. Every now and then you do have to go through and debug after you run it, which you saw right there, but I think this is pretty good. I'm gonna just switch to a different view. Running through, seeing how we're doing. Everything's looking pretty good to me. I can't see the colors on that view. You see them on this view though. And there we go. So we got everything gridded out. I think this will work. You can take the picture of that when you finish, and we will be good to go. So good luck with this.